I haven't got
Damn
anything. That's the theme music, the opening theme music. See, I haven't even had a chance to do my hair.
You've got no hair to. You've got no hair to have to worry about. What are you about, Rich?
Well, look at yours. What's happened to yours?
Oh, I need a haircut, mate.
You look like you're You look like you're on the international. You look like you're. Have you
On
got
the
the phone
ISA.
on? Rob? Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Right, I'm back now. I just had I had it playing on the other tab, just waiting. You look like you're on the International Space Station, Rob, with your hair stuck out like that. You know, here's another thing, the International Space Station. Yeah, how you doing, Rob? Yeah.
I'm good, Rich. How are you?
Yeah, I'm absolutely fantastic, mate.
Right, good. I'm sorry about the short notice, mate, but you know what I'm like.
Well, sorry.
I give as much notice as I possibly can.
Yeah, an hour is pretty good.
Yeah. But the main topic tonight, I mean, we're no doubt, as always, we deviate onto lots of other different subjects. But the main topic I wanted to talk about Cern. And I was just looking online, and it was actually from the Sun newspaper. Now, I don't read the Sun newspaper, but I thought this was very interesting to come from them. It says, not discerning, new Cern Hadron Collider experiment sparks July the 5th doomsday conspiracies. What's really going on? It says
get that up. Is that in the Sun?
Yeah. It says doomsday conspiracy theories are abounding.
Hold it, hold it. I'm on another tab, Rob. Looking at trying to look it up, and then I can the Sun. Right, I might have it up. So if I set up sharing my screen, I can actually get the let me just bear with me a minute. But I think I've got it up. New Cern Hadron Collider. What's something? Share screen. Share screen. Let's do the entire screen. Allow. Right. Give me the screen share, Rob.
Yeah, we'll do. 1 second. There we go. Add to stream. You're on.
Right. So this is what so this is it here then. Oh, flipping out. All these cookies. Is this the one? It is, isn't it? Can you see that?
Not yet. It hasn't come up yet on screen. It's just blank at the moment. It's totally. Oh, here we go. It's come on out. Yeah.
You see that?
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one I was looking at.
Right. Let's bang that right up. The Sun.
Yeah.
Not discerning.
Rich, get page.
Yes, mate.
Will you stop putting page 3 on? Get page 3 off, all right?
I don't think they do. I don't. I'm not into that sort of thing, Rob.
I'm only kidding. I haven't bought a Sun newspaper for about 40 years.
I've actually never bought the Sun newspaper.
Oh, I did in my younger days.
Oh yeah. Well, that's anywhere between now and what was it? What was it? What was the last Queen's name? Victorian.
Here we go.
Yeah. Anyway,
I can't believe you're nasty to me like this after all the sticking up I did for you. I can't believe how nasty you are to me, Rich. I mean, somebody actually said to me, he said, I was talking to Richard, who's your friend. I said, yeah, well, he's sort of a friend. And he said, well, Richard said to me, Richard said that he always believed that pubic hair was Brer Rabbit's cousin. I said, no way. I said, yeah, that's what he believed.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on with your Cern thing.
Yeah, well, I'm showing you this. Can you actually read it?
Yeah, well, I've got it up on my screen here as well. It says doomsday conspiracy theories are abounding as the new July the 5th CERN Large Hadron Collider experiment is set to create unprecedented levels of energy. And the European Organization for Nuclear Research is celebrating its 10th anniversary by restarting its collider after it was shut down 3 years ago.
Yeah. Any more you want to read?
Oh, yeah. The European Organisation, also known as CERN, operates the largest particle physics laboratory in the world, and CERN's main function is to provide the particle accelerators and other infrastructure needed for high energy physics.
Hold it, hold it, Rob. Hold it a minute. Hello?
Someone's knocking on the phone. Somebody's ringing the phone.
Hey? Is he? Is he? Whereabouts is he? Ward 4? No. Let me get back to you in a bit. I won't be long. All right, friend. Cheers, sweetheart. Bye now. Bye. Oh, Rob.
Yeah.
Let me come back to this a minute. I got a bit of a problem. I got a mate. He's gone out.
Okay.
On the lash, and he's now in intensive care with serious head injuries.
What, has he fallen or something?
No, he went into they were out clubbing. They were out pubbing. Okay.
Right.
And he walked into a bar and he's ended up with a concussion and like a fractured skull.
Oh my word.
Yeah, it was an iron bar.
It's what?
It was an iron bar. That was a joke, mate.
Right,
yeah, he walked into a bar.
I thought you were serious there for a minute.
I said that, mate.
You are.
Yeah, I didn't quite go down as I rehearsed it, eh?
Karma, I thought you were deadly serious there. I thought your mate had been seriously hurt.
Yeah, sorry, mate. But couldn't you see me laughing, smiling?
Well, I can now.
Never mind. Do you want to go back to this? Yeah, I just want to wind you up, mate. That's an old Tommy Cooper.
Hey, it worked. It worked. You got me there. I believed it. You got me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got me.
That's an old Tommy Cooper joke, I think. Man walked into an iron bar, and the man walked into the bar. He ended up in hospital. It was an iron bar. Right. Let's go back to the old CERN Hadron Collider on the Sun, just to get it out of the way, because I know you're time limited, isn't it?
Yeah. I got to numerous high-profile experiments have been constructed at the Institute through international collaborations, such as the creation of the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
And CERN is also used to refer to the laboratory, which in 2019 had 2,660 staff members and hosted about 12,400 users from institutions in more than 70 countries. There's a lot of people involved with this.
Yeah.
CERN is set for a series of events starting on July the 3rd. That's this year, with the first celebrations of the 10-year anniversary of the discovery of the Higgs boson or boson particle. And on July the 5th, and this is the interesting bit, on July the 5th, 2022, there will be collisions at unprecedented energy levels. That's the collider, LHC. That's the collider. That's the name of the collider. And the LHC, which is the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator, is at the center of conspiracy theories surrounding CERN. People have shared their superstitions regarding the portal that will open after two high-energy particle beams are set to travel at close to the speed of light before they collide. So I think what they're trying to do here, Rich, is they're trying to open a portal to the other dimensions, bringing in the demons. Well, if you go back to that, the quantum computers, they're doing the same thing with the quantum computers. They're trying to open up a channel to bring the demons across.
Oh, I've stopped the screen.
Anyways, it says CERN is opening a multi-dimensional portal on July the 5th and will be using dark matter. Everything is fine, someone said on Twitter. And then it says, what if CERN really did open a portal to hell or something? Another person tweeted.
Yeah, I lost my screen share then, but I got it back. Well,
I've just seen a comment on Paul Williams. Now, we're not claiming to be scientists or physics experts. We're just reading information.
I'm a scientist. Okay. I'm a scientist. So are you, Rob. So are you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a scientist as well. We're all scientists.
Yeah.
What's science? Science is just asking questions and doing experiments, isn't it?
That's right. There's no proof involved.
I'm experimenting with red kidney beans, growing red kidney beans. So that makes me a scientist at the moment. And also lentils and also mung beans. So I'm a scientist. We're all scientists. Well, not everybody. Some people just can't be arsed with anything. But yeah, I'm a scientist. You can be a scientist if you want, Rob. Honestly, Bill Gates is a scientist. What has he done?
Oh, he's got degrees in everything. Bill's got degrees in everything.
Hasn't he? So this is the thing. Now, Ron pointed this out. Just a voice 4 and 5. Just a voice 4 and 5. Ron pointed this out. Where's all the earth? Where is all the evidence that they've actually constructed it? Listen, and I might have said this to you, I might have said it to somebody else. I said it to you the other day, actually.
You're on about the ISS. Maybe we see the proof of that getting built. Yeah,
that's it. I worked on sites, Rob, where they have time-lapse photography for the entire duration of the house build, right from clearing land to digging foundations to building the footings to building the walls to sticking the roof on. Time-lapse. It can go over, a number of months. So like every hour they take a photograph, they take a photo, and you just watch this go up. I've worked on a lot of houses that have been built.
Like they did with the Twin Towers. They did that with the Twin Towers. I watched the time lapse on the Twin Towers getting built.
FFS 23. Bring that one up, Rob. Science. Yeah, what's wrong with calling it science is what it is. Some science is science and some science is science. Well, using technology invented by science to communicate on the internet is so funny. Yeah, it's hilarious. Where's Rob gone? Yeah. What's science exactly? Anybody can describe what science is? FFS 23. Go on, describe it. All you've got to do is go to Wikipedia, copy, paste it in the comments, and we'll bring it up for your definition of exactly what science is. I can call it what I can, if a man can call himself a woman or a dustbin or a tree, then I'm quite sure I can call myself a scientist. It's true, isn't it? There's no law against me being able to call myself a scientist.
From now on, I want you to call me Loretta.
Loretta. Where's the fetus going to gestate? You're going to keep it in a box? I want to have babies. That's one of the funniest things. It was funny back then, but now it is probably quadrupled in funniness. That film.
It's definitely more applicable to what's going on today than it was back then.
No trouble.
That's why I put that video up. Back in 1979. Back in 1979, they knew what were coming. Yeah, that's why I put the video up. I thought it was so applicable to what's going on today.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I want the right to have babies. Well, you can't have babies, yes, but I want the right to have babies.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't we, even though Stan can't have babies, why don't we just fight for his right to have babies?
Yeah, that's it.
I might I'll look that up in a bit. You have to remind me because I keep forgetting, but I'll look that up and I'll see if I can play it, Rob, on this channel here. on this
Okay.
live stream, just to get it out, because it is one of the funniest things
Yeah.
in modern YouTubing, really,
Yeah.
and predictive
You know,
programming. And this is the thing, we know how they work. I mean, look at Albert Pike. I don't know when it was he predicted 3 world wars and 1 World Cup, but he predicted 3 world wars. We're in the 3rd World War now. The psychological
as
war.
David Yates says, Third World War.
3rd World War, yeah.
Yeah.
But the 3rd World War is a psychological war. There won't be any bloodshed. It'll be people shedding their own blood. It won't be like your government, as they normally do, bombing you. It'll be people bombing themselves, each other. You
I think
know?
I'm going to block. I think I'm going to block Paul Williams.
Without Schmidance, neither of these 2 goons would even be alive at their age. Never mind having YouTube to display their ignorance. Oh, Paul Williams. No, put it up, Rob. Put it up. It's not abusive.
Okay.
He's got a question.
It's not
Without
a question. It's a statement.
Well, listen. Without Schmidance, I don't need Schmidance to have been born. My mum and my dad doing their thing as God intended, produced me. The same with Rob. Well, his mum and dad, not my mum and dad. We're not that closely related, are we, Rob? Or are we? Are we? Have you got the same mum and dad as me? We look similar, don't we?
Well, was your dad in the Navy?
No, he wasn't. My granddad was, during the war.
Yeah.
During that con called the Second World War.
In the Navy, everybody is your friend in the Navy. They're all waiting round the bend.
In the Navy,
We are
stick here
goons.
with your friend. No, actually, he was stationed out in the Indian Ocean during the Second World War. He was 4 years away from me now. And this is what Ali Green.
My mate Ali from work. Bless her.
Yeah,
God bless you, man.
I can't think of anything that's funny to say at the moment. But this is the thing. My nan and my granddad were 4 years away from each other. Okay. For something that was devised by the Freemasons and all those, and the Illuminati and those cockroaches, because America, the Nazis didn't lose the Second World War; they just ended the Second World War and started World War III over in America, based in America, with all their Nazis moved
Operation
over to America.
Paperclip. Operation Paperclip.
Exactly that. Yeah. They just moved operations.
Yeah.
Forget all these conspiracy theories about Adolf Hitler moving to Argentina and Switzerland and all these other places. It's pretty well documented that America nationalized these Nazis. Are you like to say Nazis on YouTube, Rob?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah. You don't know that. You're just hope so.
No. Well, listen. I watch. What's it called? What's the channel? Yesterday channel. They have a lot of programming about the Nazis on there, and they can broadcast. They say Nazis. So why can't we say Nazis?
Well, because
it's not a bad word.
You're a truther,
It's not a bad word.
That Paul Williams is a bit of a.
Yeah, I'm going to take him off. I'm going to block him because he's just being rude now. Yeah, let's take him off. Hang on.
Yeah. Bye. Glory to Jesus. Amen, brother, sister. Actually, perhaps non-binary, something like that. But yeah, all glory to Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. All glory, all thanks, and all praise. And when the end time is here and gone, and the new time begins, when there's no strife, no trouble, no hatred, no odd things going on between, appendages of different people. Zelensky. Is that Ukrainian fella, is it?
Yeah, that's him, yeah.
It sort of passed me by that. Really, I've seen enough to know that it's all just theatrics, really, because I actually videoed this, and because I watched the House of Commons, British Parliament, all these MPs in the House of Commons. They had this now. While Zelensky's country was being mutilated by the Russians, he was over in the Houses of Parliament getting applauded, and they did like a 2-minute standing ovation for him, and it was all scripted. I watched it. I recorded it. It was like, everybody's clapping, and he's there while his fellow countrymen knows that he's meant to be the king of. The king should be at the pointed end. He should be at the front with a pitchfork or whatever it is they use over there. But no, he was over here getting applauded for being a flipping coward. He was a coward. He was out of the country while his country was getting bombed. He was over here.
And he should have been. He should have been. Well, I mean, this whole. I've got to be careful what I say here, Rich, because
we know that.
I've got to be very careful what I say. But where I'm coming from here is it's all about fake stream media. You know what's really going on over there is not what we're seeing on the news. I've got to be careful. Like I said, I'll leave it at that.
I got a friend on the allotment. I seen him today. He's been a bit ill. Iron deficiency he's had, or iron depletion or something. He's a healthy bloke. He's ex-military. I think he's ex-Air Force. But he wasn't cannon fodder. He was more, peak cap rather than, steel hat and buddy boot. Probably like an office swallow or something like that. But I said to him, this Ukraine thing, it's all predicted, it's all this, it's theatrics. He said, oh no, I got a couple of friends that are out there. I said, okay. All right, what are they doing? They're just out there. And that was it. But I don't pursue it because I've tried to open his eyes about this thing we've been living through the last couple of years. And and this is an ex-military bloke, mate. He's fit as a fiddle. And I noticed about 3 months ago his plot. He's got the first plot on the left when you go in. So I walked by it, and then gradually over the last like 2 or 3 months, the weeds have gradually gone. And but he was meticulous with the upkeep of this allotment. So I found out that it was obvious he was unwell, and I asked somebody, I asked somebody that's another member of the committee of the allotments. Oh, where's Rob? I said, I was going to ask you where this guy is. And I think he's a secretary. I was going to ask you, but he turned up it was a Sunday morning. He turned up between me leaving the allotment plot on a Saturday night and then turning up Sunday afternoon. He'd actually been in the morning and totally cleaned this site out, and he's got a big plot. He's got like a double plot, and cleared the weeds. All the ground was nice and dug over. But it turned out I seen him today. I knew what was happening because somebody else had said, but I thought I'd rather get it from Cairo. Welcome, my friend. Please come in, share your voice. You don't have to share your face. I keep telling Rob that. Please don't. Rob.
What's the matter, you? Got to know respect. It's a nicer place. I'll shut up your face.
Shut up your face.
Well, actually got to #1. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He got to #1.
Yeah, Kairos.
I can't remember what it knocked off the slot. It got to #1. And there was a big, I can't remember the name of the band who he knocked off, but it got to #1. That was him from Manuel from Foggy Towers. That was it. I can't remember his name. I can't remember the guy's name.
Anthony Sachs.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Something Sachs, isn't it?
Yeah, Anthony Sachs. Yeah.
Anthony Sachs. Yeah. SACH.
Yeah.
Sachs. He's a hamster. Do you remember that one? He's got a rat as a pet. He's a hamster.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of those. I mean, I'm surprised they actually still put them on because there's one in particular about the Germans. Remember the Germans one?
Yeah. Don't mention the war.
Has it actually been banned? I don't know.
Eh?
Has it actually been banned? I don't know.
I can't see why not. He said, don't mention the war. He said, I did it once, but I might have got away with it.
Yeah.
And then he did the goose step, didn't he? That famous goose step. But yeah. So anyway, going back to my mate on the plot. He's ex-military. He's probably a bit younger than me, maybe even a similar age. Andrew Sachs, that's it. Glory to Jesus, amen. All the time, glory to Jesus. People will realize one day, they will bow down and say, listen, we were wrong. We sort of thought it was true, but we believed the mainstream narrative. We believed that the Big Bang, Schmiance, that's Schmiance, the Big Bang, guessing.
Yeah.
Guess that's Schmiance. But anyway, but I'd mentioned about the old thing we've been having, you know, the old, not the vacation, the actual thing that the vacation was meant to cure.
The convid. Convid.
Convid, yeah. On video.
Convid.
That's what we are with the videos at con video. But he can't correlate. This is an healthy fit ex military guy that all of a sudden is after he's had a few holidays, the full contingent of holidays he's had, because he's that way inclined, he's ended up really, really ill with something to do with the blood, funny enough. Yeah, because he mentioned it. I'm there listening, like, oh yeah, I haven't seen him for a while, do like a chat. And I sort of said, he sort of explained, he said, well, I'd gone in, and he said, I ended up giving blood 4 times a year. This was a guy who gave blood 4 times a year. Okay. And he said, all of a sudden I noticed recently, now I'm not sure whether it was after his 3rd holiday. He said, and I was watching when they do a blood test, apparently they put a dribble of blood in like a test tube and they watch it sink to the bottom. And if you got a good iron content, apparently the drop of blood sinks really quick because it's iron's heavy. But he said, I gradually noticed over something like he didn't actually say over the last amount of time, but we'll just say, but over the last sort of few months, he said gradually it starts taking a bit longer to settle, which means it's not so heavy, which means there's less iron in it, and that's how he explained to me. I'm not a doctor, I ain't got a clue. I don't give blood. I certainly won't receive any blood, that's for sure, 100%. If I cut my throat here now by accident, and there's blood shooting out like this or like that, I would actually, if it was shooting out, I would go like that onto the camera. I wouldn't phone an ambulance. I wouldn't say anything. I'd just say, listen, friends, lovely knowing you. I'm off. Getting out of this shitty world. Because I don't want anybody else's blood, really.
Well,
just because what do you trust? It's like you know.
I did a video a while back. You know, when like going back about a year and a half when all this was going off, I actually did a video about people that were going to be taking blood transfusions, and I said, what if that person that had that blood transfused into their body was from somebody who allegedly had the the C19.
Absolutely.
So that could be worrying in itself. But
I'm Richard Arbery. I'm Richard Arbery. Funny enough, believe it or not. I thought everybody knew that.
I'm just looking up on here, Rich. I am listening to you. But going back to what I was saying about Cern, there's been a lot of satanic rituals, apparently. Yeah, there's been a lot of satanic rituals been going off there.
Yeah, but it's all theatrics, Rob. Listen, let's get back to this. Ron pointed this out, and he pointed out with the ISS first. If you're building something, if some humble person is building a house, I've worked on them, they will document every single brick laid, when I built out, when I've done stonework, I've pretty much documented every daily, you know, progress of a wall being built. So it's not so much for my benefit, it's just for the benefit of education, but also for the benefit of the people that I'm actually working for, so they can look back and say, yeah. You know, no, that's just me building, and it's not just me, it's people that are having houses built.
Yeah.
I watch you watch it. I watch people um, like building ponds, and they'll start off and they'll time lapse building a pond, and then they will time lapse over, you know, even over a year of the development of that pond or that wildlife area or something like that. People time lapse little plant growing from a seed, you know, and they might spend a couple of days just time lapsing. But
I
Ron,
understand what you're saying, Rich.
where's the
But
evidence?
there's one question I've got for you.
Go on then.
There's one question I've got for you. Why have they got a statue of the goddess Shiva outside Cern?
I don't
A
know.
demonic statue. Why have they got that there? And anybody can look on the internet and see what Shiva, the goddess, stands for. Goddess of destruction. Destruction.
Yeah.
Why have they got that at Cern?
Rob, is it just a theatrical stage for when they roll out the old Gee Whiz #5, and that ain't by Chanel? They've got something to blame. There's going to come a point when the whole world is going to be covered. I almost did a, you know, what have I put? I almost did a thing then. One of those. There's going to be a time when the whole world is covered. Every single square millimeter of the earth is in the range of the old Gee Whiz #5. Okay. Now, was it July the 5th? They said.
Yeah.
I've got it here. Let me have a look. July the 5th. Well, July the 4th is in Dependence Day. Okay, in the old good old yeehaw USA, Independence Day. So what's going to happen on July the 5th? Why July the 5th? Why so in tune with that holiday for the Yanks, for the Americans? There's just voice 5 there. Ron.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, put that one up. Yeah.
So much what you were saying about the ISS, not no proof of it ever getting built. So yeah, that is a valid point.
Yeah, absolutely. The same as with Cern. And I can remember when Ron, Just a Voice 5 and Just a Voice 4, I can remember when he raised the question, where's the evidence?
Yeah.
If I've got videos of me being driven, okay, along the motorway, and I'm filming out the window, and, you know, I make it, you know, it's sort of like an event for me to be driven anywhere, you know, so you're sat in the passenger seat rather than driving, and you can absorb everything going on around. And I've taken videos looking at train windows I'm going along, and out, you know, like NASA did when they're going to the moon and back. They, you know, they point their camera out the window all the time, don't they? Because it's what people going on a holiday will do, isn't it?
Right.
Apart from NASA. Yeah. But CERN, there's no footage. Where is all the debris? Where is all the excavated earth? Where have they piled that up? Have they put it in? Have they dumped it out at sea, which is why the sea levels are rising? Where is it?
Okay, let's assume for 1 minute that it's all fake, yeah? All right? But why would they go to these extremes? Right, I'm going to read this to you. This is what's telling me on here. It says, where are we? Hang on 1 second. A mysterious footage showed people wearing black robe making a human sacrifice in front of a Shiva statue at the Cern Nuclear Research Campus was posted on YouTube and has been driving people nuts. Cern operates the largest particle physics laboratory in the world, and its main function is to provide infrastructure needed for high-capacity physics research. While many say that the video seems fake, okay? While many say that the video seems fake and the incident was staged, it has been confirmed that the video was shot at the Cern campus.
Yeah.
The Shiva statue at Cern, Shiva's form as the cosmic dancer, is quite famous. And that's the goddess of destruction.
Yeah.
Now, whether it's fake or not, why would they be doing these rituals if it was fake? I mean, you know, like the Freemasons, which you're not. You're a stonemason, or so you tell me.
I am. I won't keep. Yeah.
You're a stonemason, not a sausage roll boy.
No.
You're a stonemason. Why would they do these things? What's the purpose of it?
It's to set the stage, Rob, to have perhaps actually what they're going to do is zip it up to open up the portal to let in the aliens ready for their fake alien invasion. So they're quite possibly setting the stage for an alien invasion. Well, I mean, no, the alien invasion is just going to be a load of bullshit. Lights in the sky. That I can do lights in the sky. Look, have a look at it. Oh, I haven't got it on this one. I've got some lighters with little lights. But there you go. Oh, look. What's that behind me? Is that an alien?
Right through, you must have a whole head.
Watch this.
Yeah, it's coming out the other side. It's coming out the other side.
Perhaps it's setting up for the alien invasion, because the ultimate bullshitter, Rob, has got to be the alien invasion, because they've been on about it for like 40 or 50 years, haven't they?
Well, this is the final card. One of the final cards that they're going to be playing, apparently. The alien invasion, the fake alien invasion. That is one of their last cards.
Yeah, I reckon you've got a point there, Ron. But I reckon is the Mandela effect God? Because I don't reckon these scientists can actually go back in time and do any altering like that. I don't reckon they can do that. I'd be highly surprised if they can go back in time. Although, if this come to me a few weeks ago actually, and it was in the film Back to the Future, when whatever his name is, Michael Fox, whatever role he played, he was looking at a photograph, wasn't he? And he was on the photograph with his parents, and all of a sudden he like disappeared. He shaded out, which is like Mandela affected, isn't it? Same sort of thing. And then he managed, by whatever he did, he ended up thumping Biff or something, didn't he? And then he ended up coming back into the photograph. So is that
a lot of calls on here again tonight, Richard? I'm having to block loads of them.
Oh, you got a load, have you?
There's a load of trolls coming up, all coming in shit. So I'm just blocking them as they come up with their stupid comments.
Oh, I can't. I'm not reading them. See, I'd like to be able to see them before you.
I'm watching the. Yeah, there's another one. I'll get rid of him and all.
Anti-class.
Yeah.
Bye. That's a lot of effort for nothing. Amos 811. I'll let that one up a minute, and then I'll show my screen again. Amos 811. Yeah, is it all like smoke and mirrors and theatrics set up for Amos? What did he say?
Are you still with us, Ali?
811.
Ali Green, are you still with us?
Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Did you hear that, Rob?
Yeah, got that.
Amen.
Yeah.
That was thank you, Just a Voice. Actually, 11. What did I read then? Yeah, I did read it. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Well, it can't
That
happen
says it
quick enough,
all, doesn't it? That
eh?
says it all. That says it all.
Pretty much. But every knee will bow. It's 100% sure of it, because people will just say, "Listen, all right, we've been misled." Most people have been misguided by Satan himself and his minions.
Yeah.
Millions. Here's the thing.
Third, third of the angels.
Going back to Shiva.
33%.
Eh?
A third. You said his minions. It's a third, wasn't it? That fell from heaven. 33%.
Yeah, all
Hence the
about his millions
33.
here on Earth, Rob. And these, like all these little MPs and presidents and all the Bill Gates and things like that. There's no way Bill Gates is a real flipping from up there fallen. He's just deluded.
Another one to be blocked, please. Oh, the trolls are coming out tonight, Rich. Again.
Wow. Yeah, block them, mate. Block
That's
them.
what I'm doing.
Not Cern causing the Bible changes. It's not. Is that what you reckon, Ron? Is it? Do you want to come on and have a chat about it? Because you see what I'm doing is I'm regurgitating a lot of your research and understanding, but it's not Cern causing the Bible changes. That is exclamation mark rather than a question mark, isn't it? Because I don't reckon it is myself either. I reckon they're just because they wouldn't put it out there to say that Cern is causing this and that. If anybody can, the only person that can change the past is God. Surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all very interesting, mate. Ron, if you want to come on, Ron.
Traveling in time is a load of bullshit. It's science fiction, the same as traveling in outer space from like Star Trek. It's science fiction that ain't come real. It's kids having dreams. Ooh, wouldn't it be great if we get to the moon? Because everybody that looks at the moon thinks, "Oh, I wonder what the moon is. Wonder what really is."
Jeez. Do you still believe we went to the moon? Conspiracy music guru. Brilliant song.
Wonderful. Who said the word scum? Did you? You're the only one that's called Bill Gates scum. I haven't used the word scum. You fucking idiot. Go away.
Thunderbolt. I think you're using Windows, but hey, Bill Gates is scum, isn't he? What does he mean? I don't understand that. What's he saying here? I don't know what he's trying to say.
Well, I don't know why.
Windows. I don't use Windows. I haven't got a computer.
Knobbend. Not you, Rob. Thunderbolt. Non quam assumere. Never assume. Which is what Thunderbollocks has done. And you can guarantee they ain't made of thunder. Probably.
Thunderbollocks.
Yeah. Thunder bullshit, more like. Thunder bowler. What a knob-end. Yeah. But,
this
is the thing, Rob. Let me say this a minute. And I found this out because I had about 8 trolls on my last video, on our last live stream.
We've had about the same tonight.
This is what happens when you shine light on cockroaches.
Yes.
Ooh, they will scurry around, and that's exactly what happens. Yeah. What is light? Light is the truth. So, what if Jesus doesn't show up?
Cockroaches. That's good, Richard. That is a good description of what these people are.
Cockroaches.
Yeah, I like that.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter how many times you delete them, Rob. There'll still be another one popping up.
Yeah.
On this channel, anyway. Just because of the way YouTube is set up. I mean, I had 4 channels and 2 of them got deleted by YouTube.
Said, just an innocent question. What if Jesus doesn't show up? Well, the fact is, the Bible tells us that Jesus is definitely going to show up. All right, so I'll just put that right on that one. And then he says, I mean, what if he goes to another planet? Well, there are no planets. We live on a plane. If you look through a telescope at all the other planets, they are stars. They're not planets.
Yeah. And if you've anybody that believes NASA, it's like I said about this meeting I was at, this little Bible study meeting. And there's this guy said, "Oh," I said, "Oh, Earth," and I mentioned about Earth being flat, and he said, "Oh, oh," and he hasn't. I can't get it through to them that NASA with the snake tongue T is an anagram of Satan. People it don't. It's like fluoride, no, fluoride. These are people that are fucking heavily into the word, really, and they can't grasp the fact that spiritual wickedness in high places. They can't grasp that every single high place on earth, from your Church of England to your Roman Catholic Church to every single government to the World Organization for Poor Body Maintenance, to everything, the United Nations, NATO, that's at every high place. And every high place is now controlled by the spiritually wicked. There can't be any other explanation for it. Every single high place, and they still, NASA. You can't get much higher than NASA if they're the ones who, the only ones that have been to the moon. You can't get much higher than that, can you? Apart from, as being as an earthly person, man or woman, or non-binary, non-gender neutral dustbin. You can't. Everything they can't grasp the time we're in.
Well,
And that
going back to
if we're in that time, every high place is governed by the spiritually wicked. And this guy come out and said, but I've just seen photographs of the landers that they use on the first moon landings. NASA apparently have come out with their new bubble telescope. They've actually zoomed in on the landers on the moon and shown them, and I haven't seen them. Are they real? No, they ain't real. But they still believe this CGI. These are old photos of the 70s.
Well, that's it. People have said to me, "Oh, well, I know the Earth's a ball. I've seen pictures on Google from NASA."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, have you?" I said, "Well, that's all CGI, don't you? It's all CGI."
That's made of rubber, don't you?
Yeah.
It's made of rubber. It's indoctrination, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know it. You point out so many times. Every single classroom drama or movie or any soap, whenever they're in a classroom, this is hovering around somewhere.
Yeah.
Hovering
I
around.
remember my first geography lesson. I saw that. My very first geography lesson when I was at school. What did they have in the corner of the room? A globe.
Yeah.
Encouraging everybody to go to it and look at all the countries on the globe.
Yeah. If it wasn't for YouTube, I would still be believing in this. Oddly enough, so YouTube serves purpose. I know that everything that comes from the spiritually wicked, which is anybody like mainstream media, is governed by the same orders of govern everything else. It's all the web. It's a web, like a network. No way they could build that massive steel thing underground. Absolutely not. And to me, it reminds me of, I couldn't remember the film. There was a film, with a James Bond film. It might have been a Sean Connery one, when they had Jaws on it. Do you remember Jaws with the stainless steel
teeth?
It was
Roger Moore. I think Roger Moore was in it, not Sean Connery.
All right, one of them, like Moonraker or something like that. But they're like underground in this. Yeah.
Yeah, Roger Moore.
To me, Cern is as realistic as these movies. This is what I reckon. I reckon Cern is it's exactly the same as NASA. It's a sponge of money, a money sponger, and secondly, it's a predictive programmer. And it's what Cern is doing in collaboration with NASA and mainstream media is they're preparing people for an alien invasion. That's the only thing I can come to think. And Shiva was actually featured in I Pet Goat 2 as the dancer. There was like a dancer in I Pet Goat 2 dancing around, the destroyer, enjoy the destruction of everything around, and then the bringing in of the Antichrist. So the Antichrist, what's the Antichrist? Well, apparently everybody's going to say, "Oh, come save us from an alien invasion." The alien invasion is the only thing that it ain't really done yet. We're currently we're on the cusp of a worldwide famine, which we know is manufactured and has been since the that Beirut port, Lebanon in Lebanon, that massive explosion that was blamed on the Russian. Was blamed on the Russian.
Yeah.
It was blamed on the Russians' store of ammonium nitrate. Oddly enough, there was literally hundreds of these ton bags. You know those dumpy bags, ton bags. Hundreds of them in this warehouse. But there was only one explosion. Now, if one of those bags blew up, it would set off a chain reaction that would go to the next one and the next one and the next one. I might be wrong, but there's a barrier in between all this ammonium nitrate. Surely there would be like more than just one big boom. There would be an explosion, and then the bag next to it would blow up, and then the bag next to it would blow up, blah, blah, blah. So, but that Beirut explosion was one big boom.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense really with that, but I see that as right. Let's kick off this worldwide famine. They sacrificed the grain silos was the biggest damage done was to the grain silos, those massive grain silos that I think decimated about a third of the grain store of that nation. And that to me was like the starting gun. Right, let's kick off. Let's let it be known we're going to attack the food supply. And ironically, it was grain, the same as everything else on Earth is being attacked, but mainly grain. Because what is grain? Grain makes you bread, and what is bread? Bread is the food.
Stuff of life.
It's a staff of life in earthly terms, but in spiritual terms, your bread is your food from God.
Yeah.
And your food from God ain't what you eat; it's what you ingest as wisdom. I guess. Am I wrong in saying that? It's your food. It's our spiritual food. It's a spiritual.
I'm just going to comment on. I don't know if you can see the comments, Richard, but Sarah Bomber 3 said even the ancient Greeks knew that the Earth was a globe, and even you can figure out it's a globe with basic observation on a beach. Well, let me tell you, the thing that convinced me, right, that we are the thing that convinced me was said, get yourself a pair of powerful binoculars, look out to sea, a boat that supposedly gone over the horizon, out of sight.
Yeah.
When you put the binoculars up or the telescope, the boat comes straight back into view. So it hasn't gone over the curve. There is no curve. There is no curve. Water cannot curve. How can you have curved water? It always finds its level.
You can have
always finds its level.
Water can be curved on a meniscus, Rob. There's something called a meniscus. You know, like in a glass, the liquid level will either go up the glass at the edges, or it will go down towards the edges of the glass. Now, if you've got a wet glass side, you will end up with what is called a concave meniscus. Okay. Now, if the liquid goes up like this from the edge of the glass, and up like this and down, which it does, you have a look at whatever it is you're drinking, you'll end up with either a slight curve up or a slight curve down where liquid meets glass. Okay, which might explain how the ice wall can be formed. Is a meniscus curving up inside the firmament. Okay, but it's called a meniscus. That's the only time I can think that water does curve.
Yeah, but it's not actually curving, is it?
Eh?
If you pour water, if you get a glass of water and
Yeah.
pour it over a ball, it runs off.
Oh, I wouldn't do that here. I'd get my trousers wet. But here's something else about the ball earth theory. Apparently, it's at an angle. Okay, 66 degrees, 33 degrees. Okay. Now, to
Yeah.
have an angle on something, you need a baseline. Okay, there needs to be a horizontal baseline so that you can formulate an angle off of. Okay. Oh, drop me ball. I've
Oh,
dropped
Rich,
it.
haven't dropped your balls, have you?
Only one of them. It's all right. It's all right. It was a small one. How have they managed to get the angle? Where's the angle? What's the baseline of the universe? If they've managed to get an angle,
Yeah.
surely
Exactly.
it's just sitting around. All right, it's going in a straight line, but there needs to be a baseline. What's the baseline of the Big Bang universe?
Well, there is no baseline. We're supposedly spinning through a universe around all the other planets and around the sun at God knows how many thousands of miles per hour.
Oh,
And all the water
66,666 miles
on the
per hour.
globe. It's that, to me, it's common sense. And that's what opened my eyes, because I always used to think, my first reaction when somebody said to me about, flat Earth, what a load of bollocks. Somebody said, look at the boat. Look at the boat on the horizon.
Yeah.
They say it goes over the horizon. That was enough for me, convinced me. When I saw that boat come back into view, I knew that it was a lie.
Yeah.
There is no curvature.
Yeah. Anyway,
it was a
this
lie.
is the thing. We've deviated off of Cern, but gone on to flat Earth. But put Kairos's video comment up a minute, Rob, because that's spotted. That sort of goes back to me what I was on about originally, which is where is the footage of them building Cern? The same as where is the footage? No, Kairos's comment. You got to send me an invitation to be part of your team, Rob, and then I wouldn't have to ask you.
I keep trying to do it, but I don't know how to do it, Rich.
Going back to where is the evidence? Where is the thing? If I went to the moon, I would be just my face would be on the window all the time, looking out. I'd be snapping away, and I wouldn't be able to wait to get back to Earth and say, listen, have a look at the Earth, how it really is, and look at the moon, how it is. No, it wasn't like that. Wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Taken by a potato. Who was that? Who's that potato?
It's a potato.
Bubble and squeak. If it's flat, where's the edges?
The edges. Ice wall.
Just explain to you the ice wall. And the meniscus. Yeah. The meniscus of water.
Yeah.
It's something called a meniscus. It's at the edges, at the periphery where a liquid meets a solid.
Isn't it interesting, Richard, that the treaty that was signed stopped all people going allegedly to these places, Antarctica, right?
Yeah.
Because they knew that the truth would be discovered. This goes back, I can't remember the guy's name. Admiral Byrd, that's it. It's come to me. Yeah. Admiral Byrd. He knew about the firmament.
Admiral
and
Byrd.
he actually spoke about it.
Yeah.
And
you know what they say about birds? Birds. Anything to do with birds is sort of what's the word? It's specific. Well, pretty much to do with the phoenix, rising of the phoenix from the ashes, and all that shit. Wings of a bird. Yeah. Paul McCartney and Wings. You know what their agenda was. They're all satanic and all that shit.
The Bible speaks of a flat earth. It says the earth is stationary; it cannot be moved.
Yeah.
So how can science say that we are spinning through a universe at thousands of miles an hour around all these other planets, and the Bible says that the earth is stationary. It cannot be moved.
Yeah. But let's go back to talking about Cern, Rob. And my concern
Okay,
is Cern
sorry.
is Tom.
Sorry.
I reckon there's a 50-50 chance it's true or false. Either way, there's no
Yeah.
evidence to say, well, look, it exists. Why
What
would it? Why they
makes
build it
me though, Rich,
underground?
is all the satanic rituals. Whether it's true
Eh?
or not, right? That's irrelevant. Whether it's CERN and whether it exists is true, to me, is irrelevant. What
No, it's
bothers
not. How
me,
can it be irrelevant, Rob? It's a weapon.
no, what I'm saying is why are they doing all these satanic rituals?
Well, it's just they got to spend. They need a party, Rob, don't they? They were showing off. It's like Boris Johnson and his cronies having a party at number 10, while most people in Britain were locking themselves up, watching
Yeah.
EastEnders Christmas edition and all that shite. It's true. It's mocking,
Yeah.
mate. And
Yeah.
what they're doing is they're just exposing what the agenda is all about. But I reckon that what they're doing is they're priming for the fake alien invasion.
Yeah. I agree.
Which will also
that.
include 5G is a major player in this. We know 5G is a real thing. We
Yeah.
know how bad it is. We know the
Yeah.
radiation is given off by these towers, even on even giving out low frequencies. Google Roberts summon blue marble. It's all fake. The blue marble, yeah. He said, "Oh, it's Photoshop, but it has to be. It's Photoshop, but it has to be." Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Because they
Yeah.
haven't. It's the only way they can actually get a photograph of the Earth is to fake it.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond, but we've destroyed that technology, and
Yeah.
it's so hard to get it back.
Yeah, but it's easier to build. It's easier to build a space rocket to go to Mars than it is to build a space rocket to go to the moon.
Exactly.
What's the difference?
Exactly.
Well, there's a lot of difference in being able to travel. However, 250,000 miles up to the moon, and however far away Mars is meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a load of bullshit. On 100%. 100%. And this is what I reckon Cern is. I reckon Cern is a tax fiddle.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Somebody pointed this out. Everything is compartmentalized at NASA. Oh, there's thousands and thousands of people work at NASA. How can they all be lying? But everything is compartmentalized. One guy is looking at a computer screen, and that's all he's looking at. You're not looking at the computer screen next to him. He's just looking at that, and all this telemetry and all this bullshit coming up on the screen. It means nothing. It's just numbers. And then you've got somebody that's making like a wing nut for the hatch. And they're not in on it as well. How can they be lying? They're making this wing nut for a hatch. And there's a guy making I don't know, space helmets. How can he be a liar as well? Surely one of them will come out and say, "Oh, it's all bullshit." No, it's everything's compartmentalized, and they've all been deceived as well into thinking.
Exactly.
Ooh,
exactly.
and they're all cheering. How many of them are actually cheering because they think that they've landed a rover on the Mars? How many are actually saying, "Yeah, we actually did it," in all genuine belief that they've actually landed a thing on Mars? But what they're actually watching is CGI. How can they not discern that what they're watching is CGI?
Yeah.
A load of bullshit. And that's what I reckon Cern might well be. But if it is just a might well, and probably a load of and more bullshit, is to bring in the final card, which is the alien invasion, which will unite the world under one global order, aka
so do you think that this CERN thing, they could maybe say, "Oh, we've done an experiment at CERN. It's gone horrifically wrong. We've opened up this portal. The aliens have come in. Now we have to deal with the aliens." Do you think that could be it?
Now, Rob, if I had £1 million to wager, okay, all right, it was your money, but I don't care if I lose it or not. Really, I'd like to make you some money, but if I had £1 million to wager, I would say that is it. It's all a predictive programming exercise to bring in the alien invasion, which will be the thing that brings in the savior of all humanity, the fake savior, and unites the world. And everybody's saying, oh yeah, we've been saved from the aliens. We know we got energy weapons and all that jazz. We got 5G as the energy weapon. Maybe the Hadron Collider isn't actually a Hadron Collider at all. Maybe it's just a massive energy producer to power the world 5G, because that's going to take a lot of power. That 60 gigs, it's a lot of power that's going to take to zap this earth in one fell swoop, because it will all have to happen in one go. It will all be the flick of a switch. When Jesus Christ returns, it ain't going to be, oh, I'm going to return in Australia at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to be in Great Britain at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's not like Santa going around the world, okay? You know, I'll be down your chimney at 4 o'clock. I don't know what time he comes down the chimney. Midnight. Let's say, oh, Santa comes at midnight. And even NASA did this. They got a few years ago. It was like follow Santa. NASA satellite or something, and they were following Santa around the world. Oh, now he's visiting Australia. Now he's in New Zealand. Now he's in Vietnam. Now he's in France. Now he's in England. That ain't the way. It's going to be a boom. That's it. But it's going to be the same with the Antichrist. It ain't going to be dribbles. It's going to be boom. And that is going to take a lot of power if it's anything to do with the 5G network. If it's anything to do with powering up something, it will affect the whole world at the same time.
Yeah.
It's got to be. There ain't, you know, in dribs and drabs, it ain't like that. Boom. All of a sudden, 2 years ago, boom, the world was shut down. In one swoop. It wasn't really dribbles and drabbles. It was like, boom.
Yeah.
You know, and now that the organization that is at the pinnacle of the health and welfare of us all on earth, the spirit of the high place that is governed by the spiritually wicked, without a doubt, we can say to the whole world, listen, we got to shut the world down because something's happened.
Yeah.
You know, we got the old King Kong's been released. In fact, it might be King Kong. Maybe it's predicted program to say, oh, the next thing is going to be King Kong, and it will be an alien that turns up looking like King Kong, like Planet of the Apes, something like that. Another predicted program movie, because at the end of the Planet of the Apes first movie, Planet of the Apes, that funny enough, I seen when it came out in the movies. My dad took it, my brother and me, Robert, took us to like the Odeon or something in Bristol, and we watched it on a big screen, and then it was Return to the Planet of the Apes as a double movie double in a movie cinema matinee thing. And but at the end of Planet of the Apes, Charlton Heston was there, and he dropped to his knees, didn't he, on the beach when he saw the Statue of Liberty sticking out of the sea.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
just
I
like
remember that.
The chest up, sticking out the sea.
Yeah.
The fall of New York. New York is 666 in gematria, and you know, so everything's even going back to Planet of the Apes. Now, what have we got? We got Planet of the Apes. We're being threatened now with some sort of King Kong disease. So what we're looking at is a world of where everybody has got King Kong disease. That's going to be Planet of the Apes. I might be totally, absolutely wrong here, but you know, for somebody that overly thinks things and looks on the bright side of life, I could think, oh, yeah, that'd be funny if that happened. But people need to be aware that when the alien invasion happens, it ain't aliens. Aliens ain't real.
Yeah.
Particularly how they're going to put it.
There are no aliens.
Particularly
there are no aliens, my friend.
Nothing like Star Trek aliens or any of these movie aliens, little green men, and you know,
there are no aliens.
Oh no.
Demonic. It's all demonic.
It's all demonic. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Let's bring in a piece.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut you short now because I've got to go.
Oh.
Yeah, it's I'm about 10 minutes over what I originally intended tonight. But thank you, everybody who have commented.
So finally, Rob, then, Rob, let's finish this off about Cern. What do you reckon on Cern? You give your synopsis on what you think. I did a 666 again then.
Right. Right, okay. I'm not overly worried, but my concerns have been like, why have they done all these rituals? What's the purpose of the rituals? Why have they got a Shiva statue outside of Cern? So it's all involved in the 666 type of thing.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, July the 5th will be when they're supposed to do this big experiment. That'll be the telling time. We'll see what happens.
Rob, if you're free on July the 5th, which is, we're on the 2nd today, so Saturday, Tuesday, if you're free on July the 5th, maybe we could do a live then.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know near the time and let everybody know if I can. I can't promise right now.
I'm gonna July the 5th. I'll work out the time that it coincides with maybe with Cern going on. That might be interesting, and then maybe we could capture it as the whole world melts, perhaps.
Yeah.
I will actually July the 5th. I'm going to go live.
Yeah.
I'll leave July the 4th alone because that's independence of your government. Independence. You're independent.
And what was the film Independence Day about? Aliens.
Oh, it was as well. Yeah, was it?
There you go.
As well, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, there's another one, Rob. There's another little piece of the same jigsaw puzzle. So I reckon it's all everything's theatrics. The world is a stage. Blah de blah. And it's leading up to some sort of deception. But this is and I'll be very quick. The satanic worshipping. It basically means they're going to be sacrificing a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just because it's what they do. And I said the other day, and I kept this here. This was in my dream. They're killing their own.
Yeah.
They're killing their own.
Yeah.
That's everything. They don't give there's one agenda, and that is for them to bring in the Antichrist.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that's it. And whatever the Antichrist is, be it
we'll soon find out, won't we?
Or man, beast,
we'll soon be finding out. I reckon closer than what most people think.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Kairos. Power and magic. Well, I don't believe the illusion. See, not me. Your natural sense tell you that you are still and not spinning. Imagine the power. Everything is a lie. There's nothing. And I'll briefly tell you, I got a neighbor, and I said to him today, he was on about his boy, and he's teaching his boy about how to be a good financial manager of your own finances. And I was like, oh, flipping out, that's like superb. Because I wasn't really taught financial management by my parents, which is why I'm skinned. And I was a drunk. Yeah, but I had a good time. So, but yeah, absolutely. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, yeah. So I was telling him today. I said to him, "Yeah, have you seen?" Oh, so anyway, because he was talking about financial management, etc., and his lad had his like £50 pocket money. Now I don't know whether that was a week for a month. It's a lot for a week, but he got his £50 pocket money and he gone out and he bought a water bottle. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. I looked at him the same way as he looked at me, like, yeah, WTF, 50 quid. He said to him, yeah, oh, it's got this, it can do that. If you put this in it, it'll make it taste like fruit juice. And I said, right, okay. But then we got on to, I said to him, well, have you seen the film They Live? He said, no, I haven't seen that. He hadn't seen Soylent Green either. And I keep on to him, Soylent Green, because he's a gardener. But I said to him, right, have a look at They Live, They Live, They Live. And I kept him. Even when he was going out the gate, I was shouting out, what's the name of that film again, Russ? He said, They Live. So, but it just tells you how manipulative the mainstream narrative is. And they manipulate you to exactly what they want you to do and what they want you to believe. Even if it's you know, if it's behind a smoke screen of something totally unrelated, apparently, you know, up beneath it, it is exactly like as in They Live. When you stick those glasses on, you've got them on, Rob. I've got them on.
Yeah.
I know probably everybody else in the chat, even the trolls, know the truth.
Obey. Obey. Watch television. Watch television. Obey.
And the good one was the money when he had I can't remember who, it was a Heavenbound Trucker, I think. He played a video. And he played this little thing, and it was like he looked at there's a guy standing there with like a handful, a fistful of dollars, okay, and then he put the glasses on, and it said, "This is your God" on the money.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
That is an absolutely must-see film. That, and but I was saying to Russ, I said, "Hey, listen, Russ, what is it? What is it?" So if I see him tomorrow, I'll say, "Did you watch it?" Because he's got Netflix.
Yeah.
Green was based on year 2020. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna have to cut it short, Richard. I'm really sorry.
No, don't say sorry, mate. Don't say sorry.
No, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining in tonight. We appreciate your feedback, both myself and Richard. We love hearing from you. We love your comments. We love the support. And we look forward to our next live stream, Richard.
Absolutely. But Kairos, I'd love to have a chat with you. I'd love for you to come on and join us. Honestly, I would. Same as anybody else, really. Paul, I don't know whether he's in the chat there. Just a voice, Ron. You're always more than welcome, Ron. You're always more than welcome. You'd be a joy to have you on.
Yeah, thank you. Just a voice 4 and 5. Thank you for coming on tonight. Thanks, Ali Green, for supporting us tonight. Thank you, everybody. And I'm gonna have to cut it short, Rich. So
cut me short,
thank you for joining me, Richard.
My pleasure, mate.
And listen, we'll speak soon, yeah?
Cern is bullshit.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Cern is
we'll
bullshit.
do our best to try and get a stream on July the 5th. We'll do our very best.
Well, I'll probably I will say I am going to go live on July the 5th.
Yeah.
Just to wave goodbye to America. They ain't going to be existing anymore because they're independent. I'm only joking. I'm not doing anything, you know, the whole world's going to. God bless you, Kairos.
Thanks, Kairos. Yeah. Take care. And we'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody. God bless you. Thank you.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord today. Don't wait until